Jamie here, and I'm so glad you're joining me in my kitchen today. There's something truly special about gathering around for a meal that warms you from the inside out, and that's exactly what we're about to create together. Today, we're diving into the ultimate comfort food, chicken noodle soup. This isn't just any soup, it's the kind that fills your home with the most inviting aromas, the kind that makes you want to slow down and savor every spoonful. Forget about those cans on the supermarket shelf. We're building a bowl that's bursting with freshness, color, and wholesome goodness. Every ingredient you see here is going to add its own magic to the pot. This is more than just a recipe, it's a trip down memory lane. Maybe it reminds you of your childhood, or a loved one who always knew how to make you feel better with a bowl of soup. Meals like this have a way of bringing people together, sparking laughter, and creating memories that last a lifetime. We're keeping things simple and honest using beautiful everyday ingredients. A whole chicken, sweet carrots, crisp celery, fragrant onions, and those classic noodles, each one plays a part in building a broth that's rich, nourishing, and full of depth. And don't worry if you're not a seasoned chef. This recipe is all about enjoying the process, having a bit of fun, and maybe even making a little mess along the way. Cooking should be joyful, not stressful. Whether you're cooking for your family, inviting friends over, or just treating yourself to something cozy, this soup is perfect. It's a hug in a bowl, ready to comfort you on a chilly evening or whenever you need a little pick-me-up. We're going back to basics, starting with a whole chicken for that deep, soulful flavor you just can't get from shortcuts. The bones, the skin, the meat, all of it comes together to create a broth that's truly special. Add in those classic veggies, a handful of fresh herbs, and plenty of noodles, and you've got a meal that's fit for a king, or just for you, on a night when you need a little extra comfort. So, let's roll up our sleeves, gather our ingredients, and get started. Together, we're about to make something truly special, one delicious, heartwarming bowl at a time. Why chicken noodle soup? It's a question that might seem simple at first, but the answer goes far beyond just taste or tradition. Chicken noodle soup is a dish that's woven into the fabric of so many cultures and family stories. It's the meal we turn to when we need a little extra comfort, a bit of warmth, or a reminder of home. Because it's the ultimate comfort food. Warm, soothing, and nourishing. There's something about wrapping your hands around a steaming bowl that instantly makes you feel cared for. The aroma alone can bring back memories of childhood, of being looked after when you were under the weather, or of cozy evenings spent with loved ones. When you're feeling down or the weather's rough, nothing beats a bowl of this golden goodness. It's the kind of meal that seems to chase away the chill, both inside and out. Whether it's a rainy afternoon or a snowy night, chicken noodle soup is like a warm hug in a bowl, offering comfort when you need it most. It's not just delicious, it's packed with lean protein, vitamins, and hydration. The chicken provides strength, the vegetables bring color and nutrients, and the broth keeps you nourished and hydrated. Every spoonful is a blend of flavors and goodness that supports your body and soul. Making it from scratch means you control every ingredient, no hidden nasties. You can choose the freshest vegetables, the best cuts of chicken, and the perfect noodles. You decide how much salt, which herbs, and what goes into your pot. It's a chance to cook with intention, to create something wholesome and honest for yourself and those you care about. This soup is steeped in tradition, with every family adding their own twist. Maybe it's a secret ingredient, a special way of preparing the broth, or a recipe passed down through generations. Each pot tells a story, connecting us to our roots and to the people who came before us. By learning it, you're joining a long line of home cooks passing down comfort and care. Teaching someone to make chicken noodle soup is more than sharing a recipe, it's sharing a piece of your heart, a tradition of nurturing and love that continues with every bowl served. The flavors are perfectly balanced, each ingredient playing its part. The broth is rich and savory, the noodles tender, the vegetables sweet and vibrant, and the chicken hearty and satisfying. Rich broth, sweet carrots, fresh herbs, and satisfying noodles come together in harmony. Every bite is a reminder that simple ingredients, when treated with care, can create something truly special. It's proof that simple food can be spectacular. You don't need fancy ingredients or complicated steps, just a little time, attention, and love. You don't need fancy techniques, just honest, tasty cooking. The act of preparing this soup is as comforting as eating it, filling your kitchen with warmth and inviting everyone to gather around. This is more than a meal, it's a memory in a bowl. It's laughter around the table, stories shared, and the feeling of being at home, no matter where you are. So let's gather what we need and get cooking. Because with every pot of chicken noodle soup, we're not just making food. We're making moments that last a lifetime. Let's talk ingredients. Great soup starts with great basics. You'll need 1 whole chicken, onions, carrots, celery, a bulb of garlic, fresh thyme, bay leaves, black peppercorns, and sea salt. For the Finnish medium egg noodles or any pasta you have, fresh flat leaf parsley, olive oil, and a lemon. Don't stress, these are all easy to find and affordable. This recipe makes a big pot, perfect for sharing or leftovers. The whole chicken is key for deep flavor. The classic veggie trio forms the base and fresh herbs add aroma. Noodles bring heartiness and parsley and lemon brighten everything up. Gather your ingredients and let's move on to prep. Ready? Let's do it. Prep is where good cooking begins. Wash and roughly chop your carrots, celery, and onions. No need for perfection. Slice the garlic bulb in half horizontally, no peeling needed. Pat your chicken dry with paper towels for better browning. Set aside your thyme and bay leaves, parsley comes later. Get your biggest pot ready. Dutch oven or stock pot is perfect. Having everything prepped makes cooking smooth and stress-free. Quick recap: veggies chopped, garlic halved, chicken ready, herbs on standby, pot on the stove. Take a breath. Organization now means more fun later. Prep's done. Let's get cooking. Time to build that beautiful broth. Heat olive oil in your big pot over medium-high. Sear the whole chicken until golden on both sides. This adds deep flavor. Add chopped veggies, halved garlic, thyme, bay leaves, and peppercorns. Stir everything around the chicken, letting the veggies sizzle and release aroma. Pour in enough cold water to cover the chicken, bring to a boil, then reduce to a gentle simmer. Cover partially, and let it cook for at least 90 minutes. This slow simmer makes the chicken tender and the broth rich. Don't rush, this is where the magic happens. Your kitchen will smell incredible. After simmering, you'll have a golden, flavorful broth. Let's move on to finishing touches. Almost there. Once your chicken has simmered to tender perfection, it's time to carefully lift it out of the pot. Use tongs or a slotted spoon, and let any excess broth drip back into the pot. Set the chicken aside on a plate or cutting board to cool. This step is important. Not only does it make the chicken easier to handle, but it also gives you a chance to focus on the next part, perfecting your broth. Next, strain the broth through a fine mesh sieve into a clean pot. This removes all the spent vegetables, herbs, and any stray bits, leaving you with a clear, golden liquid that's packed with flavor. Discard the cooked veggies and herbs. They've given all they can to the soup. If you want an extra clear broth, you can strain it a second time or even skim off a bit of fat from the top. While the broth is settling, turn your attention back to the chicken. Once it's cool enough to handle, shred the meat into bite-sized pieces, discarding the skin and bones. Shredding by hand gives the soup a rustic, homemade feel, and you can choose to use both white and dark meat for extra flavor and tenderness. Now let's talk noodles. Cook your egg noodles separately in a pot of salted boiling water. This keeps them from soaking up too much broth and turning mushy. Drain them well and set aside. Cooking the noodles separately also means you can control the texture. Al dente is best for a satisfying bite. Pour the strained broth back into your pot and bring it to a gentle simmer. Now's the time to season with salt, tasting as you go. Don't rush this step. Seasoning is key to a delicious soup. You can also add a pinch of black pepper or a splash of soy sauce for extra depth if you like. Add the shredded chicken back into the simmering broth. Stir gently to combine and let it warm through for a few minutes. This brings all the flavors together and ensures every spoonful is hearty and satisfying. When you're ready to serve, place a generous scoop of noodles into each bowl. Ladle the hot chicken broth and tender meat over the noodles, making sure every bowl gets plenty of both. The contrast of the chewy noodles and savory broth is what makes this soup so comforting. For a burst of color and freshness, sprinkle each bowl with chopped parsley. This simple garnish brightens up the soup and adds a subtle herbal note that balances the richness of the broth. Don't forget the lemon wedges on the side. A squeeze of fresh lemon juice just before eating lifts all the flavors and adds a bright, zesty finish that makes each bite even more delicious. Each bowl is a celebration of comfort, steaming, aromatic, and full of flavor. The golden broth, tender chicken, and perfectly cooked noodles come together in a way that feels like a warm hug. You've just made the ultimate chicken noodle soup from scratch. It's a dish that brings people together and soothes the soul. Whether you're feeling under the weather or just craving something cozy, enjoy every spoonful. You've earned it. Take a moment to savor the flavors, the warmth, and the satisfaction of making something truly special with your own hands. And if you want to take your soup to the next level, stay tuned for some expert tips and tricks that will make your next batch even better. Want to take your soup to the next level? Here are my top tips. Chill the strained broth to skim off fat for a cleaner finish. Customize with extra veggies, add peas, sweet corn, or diced carrots for more color and nutrition. Try a pinch of turmeric for golden color or chili flakes for gentle heat. Taste and season as you go, trust your palate. Serve with crusty bread or homemade croutons for extra comfort. Cooking is about making it your own, so experiment and have fun. These little touches show you care. Now let's wrap things up. And there you have it, your own pot of soul-soothing chicken noodle soup. You've turned simple ingredients into something truly special. Cooking from scratch is rewarding, and this recipe is now yours to make and share. Get your family involved and make it a tradition. If you try it, share your results. I'd love to see your creations. The more we cook real food, the better. Thanks for joining me. Keep cooking, keep experimenting, and enjoy every bite. Happy cooking. You've earned it.